Hi everyone, and this is another video to go on my YouTube channel, and I have over 700 people that are following my YouTube channel. I don't know why, but it's good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And my blog, and I signed up for Twitter, and I think I really like tweeting. But anyway, today I'm baking. So with it being Easter, and everybody's going to have reunions and going to church and homecomings and all that kind of stuff, picnics, I thought I'd tell y'all how to make this poppy seed cake. Some people call it poppy seed bread, but I call it poppy seed. It's a poppy seed cake. And really it's kind of a weird name for it because it doesn't really fit it, but you can call it your cocoa bean cake. How you like them apples? I dropped it. Anyway, this is my recipe that came from my grandmama, Miss Monty. And God, Lord knows I miss her so bad. This was her recipe. It came from her niece. And this is not a Southern Plate recipe or a Paula Deen recipe. This is my recipe. It's my recipe now because my grandmama's in heaven. So anyway, sorry. Get you a Betty Crocker butter pecan cake mix. Or pecan, ever how you say it. Butter pecan cake mix. Okay? Then you're going to need, get this. And if you don't like coconut, it don't matter. Because it's not really coconutty. It's really good. Get you the cake mix. Instant coconut cream Jello pudding. I had never found it in the off-brand like Walmart or Kroger or whatever. I've only found it in the Jello, and sometimes you can't hardly find it. I found this at Walmart. Coconut cream. Put one small in your bowl with the cake mix. Okay? Then you got to put your 3 eggs, and like magic, I already have the 3 eggs there. Okay. 1 1/4 cups of warm water. I don't care if it's warm or cold. I use just water out of the sink. So 1 1/4 cups of water. Might do. I don't know why they say warm water. But here goes 1 1/4. Okay? And I always put my water before the oil so it won't make my cup greasy, because now you got to put a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You could use canola. I always buy vegetable. Okay, 1/2 cup, and I eyeball it. 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Make sure I'm reading my cue card right, since I don't have any help here, but it's just me. Now, what you got to put in here now is a teaspoon of coconut flavoring. Put vanilla if you don't have coconut flavoring. But got just a little bit left, and I think that's all I got is a teaspoon of coconut flavor. So, yep. Well, that was it. How about that? A whole teaspoon coconut flavoring. I was going to tell y'all, if you have butter flavoring, you can use that. If you don't have coconut or vanilla, just put the vanilla. Don't matter. The coconut really makes it go, ooh, what is that? It's good. And it calls for 1/4 cup of poppy seeds. Now, when I measure out poppy seeds, I spill them everywhere trying to measure. So I just put, like Rachel Ray. Thank you, Rachel, for showing us how you do your method. I just do a palmful. See there? And I just dump them in there. And then you mix it up, y'all. Mix it up. Some people call this a bread, but it's really cake because you're using a cake mix. And while I'm mixing this up, I want to tell y'all, people out there, if you're not a baker, because you think it's hard, I think cooking some things on top of the stove is harder than baking. Got a recipe, all you got to do is follow the recipe. And I'm a huge Adele fan, and I was watching her story on 60 Minutes with Anderson Cooper. She loves to bake. She's my favorite. Her name is Laurie, too. My name is Laurie. Her name is Laurie. She likes to bake, and I like to bake. I think that means we should meet. Anyway, love Adele. Today is also, you're going to stir that up till you get the knots out of it. The lumps, out of it for the stew. I think that'll do it right there. But what I was saying is today, around Middle Georgia, is 2 for Tuesday on Q106. That means you get 2 songs by the same artist all day long. A double shot of Ozzy, a double shot of Zeppelin, a double shot of Def Leppard, Journey. I love listening to Q106 on Tuesdays. Now, recipe calls for a cup of chopped nuts. Since the cake mix is butter pecan, I say pecan, I don't know. Everybody says it different. I don't know why I'm so worried about it. But if you say pecan, I won't be mad at you. But I just think you're kind of weird because it's pecan. It ain't pecan. It calls for a quarter of a cup of, not a quarter of a cup. I'm sorry. A cup of nuts. So you can put a cup. You can put a half a cup if you're not a nutty person. But since I'm nutty, I'm going to put just what I've got in this bag. It looks to be about a cup. And then, I'm almost through with the video, but I got to tell y'all about this thing you got to have. If you're a baker, or if you're not a baker, and you make stuff that calls for chopped nuts, instead of putting them in a Ziploc bag and mashing them up with your rolling pin or your mallet, let me show you this thing. You got to get you one of these. They're worth the money. The thing was about $10. But it's the best $10 I've ever spent. It's got a lid on it, and it came from Bed Bath & Beyond. You can look for a coupon and go get it on sale. But look at here. It's got your measurements. It says half a cup, and it's got this thing on it. If you turn it this way, you get a chunkier chop. If you turn it this way, it grinds them up a little bit finer. So you take the lid off, make sure it's screwed on there. You dump your nuts in the chute right here. Look at there, fits just perfect. Look, that's how much nuts I'm gonna put in my cake because that's all I got. And you sit there and you just hold it and you grind it up. And when you do, look, see if you can see that. They'll fall into the bottom. There's a little teeth up in there. So anyway, I'm going to grind these up real quick. I'm going to pour that in my cake. And then you're going to divide that into 2 loaf pans. Bake it for 3 at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes or until your knife or your toothpick, in my case I use a skewer or a butter knife, comes out clean. And you can make a powdered sugar and milk glaze to go on top of it. But we just eat it plain because it's just as good. You don't need all that other added sugar and sweet to it. And guess who's going to score some brownie points today when Big Daddy Donald gets home and knows he's got a cake laying on the table? Me. See? Look at there. They're all perfectly ground up. La 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 la. La 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 la. Anyway, y'all got to check out my blog. It's www.cocobeanscreations.blogspot.com. It's kind of long, but that's how it is. 2 loaf pans at 350 for 45 minutes. You're going to be in business. See ya.